Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today I'm doing a Premiere Pro guide for noise removal, grain removal, noise removal, whatever you want to call it. So by default, Premiere Pro doesn't really have any decent options for getting rid of noise. So primarily you're going to have to use plugins. Anything else people say is mostly a workaround. So I've got some SLOG footage here, SLOG 2 from my Sony camera. It's 4K and we're going to zoom in, have a look at the noise. So we've got quite a bit of noise here and we're going to use a plugin to get rid of it. So the plugin we're going to use for this is called Neat Video Noise Removal. So once you've downloaded it and installed it, it is a paid plugin unfortunately, but when you see the results, you might want to consider grabbing it. This isn't a paid video or anything. It's just something I stumbled across and it's pretty good at what it does. Once you've added it to Premiere Pro, just go to the effects page or the effects tab, sorry, and then grab it. So reduce noise, and drag it across onto your clip. Once it's on your clip, you will get an option over here in the effects panel. It'll be called reduce noise and whatever version you have. Just make sure you keep it on top of everything else. Sometimes when it gets below other layers, it can cause crashing, so keep it on top. Okay, so on the side here now, we have a couple of options. So click prepare, then build. This will open a new window, and here the first thing you want to do is do a bit of a test for your computer's hardware. So go to Tools, Preferences, here change to the Performance tab. Don't change anything here. By default, it's probably going to be set to CPU, but we're going to click Optimize Settings. On this page now, just click Start. It will run through some tests just to check your CPU and GPU and choose which one's going to be the best option to use for the process. If you've got a proper GPU, it'll generally pick that first, but if you've got onboard graphics, it'll probably choose your CPU. Okay, so it's picked the GPU here, so we can go accept the best combination. Now that that's done, we will get a little slider here. Just make sure you've got it set to the green arrow, so just drag it across to the green arrow. Usually it's on there, but if it's not, just do that. Then click OK. Okay, now we can go back to the front here and go Auto Profile. This will pick the best spot on the image it thinks to get rid of the noise. This is usually pretty good by default, but if you want to adjust it, you can just drag it around and choose whereabouts to use it. Now, the main thing here is to make sure you get a flat surface with no other textures. So if you try to drag it somewhere else, it'll come up with an error, not uniform, and it won't work. So we're looking for a good spot here. So right there is pretty much where it was, so 0%. Then we can click Apply. If you want to mess around with it some more, there's some sliders and stuff here, so feel free, but by default, it works really good. So I'm just going to click Apply. Boom, done. You can see the noise is removed already. Okay, so if we undo the noise removal, that's what it's going to look like. So that is a huge difference. So we'll just re-add it, and I'll show you another little comparison side by side using a mask. So I'll just grab a mask, drag it across. So as you can see on the right here, that's the noise removal. On this side, that's the noise. So I'll just get rid of the feathering. Might be a little bit more clear. Okay, so that is a perfect line between the two. I'll just drag it across so you can actually see the difference on some texture. So that's the difference there. So we've got pretty much the same sharpness. Maybe a tiny loss, but the actual noise in the grain's gone, which is amazing. So we'll just zoom out a little bit. Let's go to 150. There we go. Now, the other thing you can add here to make a bit of an improvement if you're worried it's a bit too soft is just go to the effects panel, go to unsharp and add an unsharp filter. Just drop that onto your clip and it'll add a little bit of sharpness back. Now again, that will pop up on the side here. So you've got your unsharp mask on the side. So if you want to increase the amount of sharpness, you can just crank that right up. Again, the higher you go, you're going to be adding some noise and stuff in. So definitely be aware of that. But a little bit of extra sharpness, I think it's quite a good thing. So definitely something to consider. It's a huge difference for the noise removal. So yeah, definitely check out the plugin. Again, not sponsored or anything, just does a really good job. So as always, I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.